spoken words that etch themselves into the fabric of our being, shaping who we are, guiding how we think, and reminding us of what is possible. For me, that phrase was good, better, best. Never let it rest until good is better and better is best. This was not just a collection of words. It was a mantra, a mission, a challenge to never settle. I didn't know it at the time, but those words would follow me through life, influencing my choices, my mindset, and my relentless pursuit of excellence. I first saw those words prominently displayed in a place where expectations were often low, but dreams were high. Rochelle Middle School in East Kinston, North Carolina. Rochelle was a school in a lower income area where resources were scarce, but resilience was in abundance. The halls were filled with students like me, each carrying the weight of their own struggles, each searching for a reason to believe in more. As I walked from class to class, those words greeted me daily. They were plastered across the main hallway, etched in bold letters, as if challenging every student who dared to glance at them. I didn't fully understand their depth back then, but they made an impression. If seeing the words at school wasn't enough, my aunt made sure they were ingrained into my spirit. Every family reunion, she would gather us together, young and old, and make us recite the phrase as if it were a biblical scripture. At the time, it felt like a ritual, something we just did because Auntie said so. But repetition has a way of burying into the mind, into the heart. And now, some 30 years later, I can still recite those words without hesitation. My aunt knew something we didn't. She knew that the right words, repeated often enough, have the power to shape a person's destiny. Recently, curiosity led me to do some research on where these words actually came from. What I found was surprising and humbling. The phrase was first stated by St. Jerome, a priest, theologian, and historian who lived in the 4th century. St. Jerome is best known for translating the Bible into Latin, an endeavor that required immense dedication and a refusal to settle for good enough. His commitment to excellence in his work makes it clear why he lived by this principle. He understood that mastery, success, and greatness are not stumbled upon. They are relentlessly pursued. Let's break down what this quote really means. Good, better, best. These 3 words represent progress. You start with what you have, which is good. You work to improve, which is better, and you refuse to stop until you reach the highest possible level. Best. Never let it rest. This is a call to action, a refusal to become complacent. It's about pushing forward even when you're tired, even when you feel like you've done enough. Until good is better and better is best. The transformation is never complete. Growth is a continuous process. The moment you stop striving, you stop living. Now that we know what it means, how do we apply it? Number 1, stop settling for good enough. Too many people stop at good. They find a decent job, build a comfortable life, and never push past their limits. But good enough is the enemy of greatness. If you never push beyond good, you will never experience what is truly possible. 2, recognize that growth is a lifelong process. If you're waiting for a moment when you've made it, stop. You will never arrive because there is always another level to reach. The best athletes, scholars, and business leaders never stop learning, training, or improving. You must be committed to lifelong growth. 3, push yourself beyond comfort. The reason most people don't go from good to better is because it's uncomfortable. Improvement requires effort. It requires stretching yourself in ways that challenge you. But remember this: discomfort is proof that you are growing. 4. When you reach one goal, set another. Too often, people stop at the first level of success. But best is not a destination, it's a journey. When you accomplish one goal, set another. When you reach one milestone, reach higher. You must always be leveling up. 5. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Excellence is a habit, not a moment. Make it a standard in your life. Do not accept mediocrity in your work, your relationships, or your goals. Demand more from yourself, and life will reward you for it. Those words I saw at Rochelle Middle School and repeated at family reunions followed me into adulthood. They became a part of my internal dialogue, whispering to me in my lowest moments, challenging me in my highest. When I faced setbacks, I reminded myself, never let it rest. When I wanted to quit, I heard my aunt's voice, until good is better and better is best. I carried those words through every challenge, every triumph, every stage of my life. And I can tell you, they work. Now I pass this challenge to you. What area of your life have you allowed to remain good when it could be better? Where have you stopped striving for best because better seemed like enough? If you are honest with yourself, you will find something. A dream you abandoned, a goal you have pursued, a part of yourself you let settle. But today, that changes. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until good is better and better is best. Let this be more than just words you hear today. Let it be the driving force behind everything you do. Let it challenge you, push you, and transform you. Because the only limits that exist are the ones you refuse to break. Are you ready to rise? Are you ready to stop settling? Then take the first step. Make today better than yesterday. And don't stop until you reach your best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until good is better and better is your best. You've got this. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.